It's time to wake up, people. These guys are powers that be are playing chess, man. We're playing checkers. They got us pit against each other. If you think about the way the whole thing went down, let's look at it. You had first thing you had was COVID-19. Kind of shut everything down. Basketball, the sports, everything was shut down. We had to stay inside forever, quarantine. All this crazy stuff that was going on there. It was pretty isolated. I was isolated. And then as soon as it felt like there was a little bit of air, like here comes summer and and then bam, Minnesota, Floyd, race riots, Black Lives Matter out of nowhere. Nothing against Black Lives Matter because, all lives matter. You guys can get off that if you want, but whatever. Black Lives Matter just appeared out of nowhere. They haven't been anywhere else. Chicago, prisons, anywhere up, they're dying in prison like crazy. All that other stuff. They're not around for none of that. So Black Lives Matter is a political movement, if you want to say so. So then we got that whole mess. So you're pitting, you got race wars, black versus white. And meanwhile, behind the scenes, these other guys are just basically, robbing us blind. The property values are plummeting. They'll be able to buy all the property they want in the inner cities for nothing. You got Atlanta PD walking off the job after this Wendy's thing. As soon as, it looked like it was about to be clear again, and here we go. I mean, if anybody can't see the chaos that somebody's creating, I don't know what to say. I mean, it's totally, they got us sitting around here, playing with marbles, and then the powers that be, the real assholes of the world are the ones taking over, and we better wake up and see what's going on. You're going to lose the country. You're going to lose everything. I mean, I can get into a whole different discussion about that, but as of right now, I mean, we just got to realize that this is a global thing. This is totally not a United States thing. It's not black versus white. It never was. It's all bullshit. So let's go, man. Wake up.
Watch carefully, because this is what has had so many people hiding in terror. If this is the entire population of the United States, over 300 million, then this tiny square is the total number of COVID-19 deaths so far, according to the government. And out of that number, only around 2% of those deaths, this even smaller square, represents COVID-19 deaths among people younger than age 45. And even in that tiny square, nearly all of those people already had serious pre-existing medical conditions causing them to have weak immune systems. So, for young, healthy people to be worried about dying from this disease is just ridiculous. In fact, if the media and the government hadn't decided to smash it in your face day after day, forcing you to focus on it and hear about it and think about it and be aware of every detail and every update and every theory and every story related to it, most of you literally wouldn't even know that coronavirus existed. And the proof is that most of you didn't know that somewhere around 80,000 people died from the flu a couple years ago. Did you? By analogy, pointing out that most people have no need to worry about mountain lion attacks doesn't mean that you don't care about the very, very rare case in which someone is killed by a mountain lion. It means instead that you understand scale, statistics, and probabilities, and understand what does and what does not justify constant extreme obsession and anxiety. For the vast majority of people, staying at home, wearing masks, and standing 6 feet apart is utterly pointless. It accomplishes nothing positive and only takes your focus and thoughts away from so many things that you should actually care about and pay attention to. As just one example, if you are a young, healthy American, you are far more likely to be killed by the police than to die from COVID-19.